Hello, this is D.L. Hughes from VelocityWriting.com, where you learn to write with speed, passion, purpose, and profitability. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 steps to be a more interesting writer. Hey, if you're new here, please subscribe to this channel. If you learned something helpful, hit the like button. Please leave a comment or question. Your input is important. Now, those 3 steps. In Star Trek, there's a prime directive. It's no interference with the social development of a planet. All writers have a prime directive too. It's this: don't be boring. Your readers will forgive you many things: weak characters and poor plots in fiction, questionable self-help steps in nonfiction books, but they'll never forgive you if you bore them. Here are 3 things you can do to be a more interesting writer. It's human nature to avoid getting trapped with boring people or in boring situations. We make excuses to get away from boring people, and we click the remote to change boring TV channels. But somehow, as writers, we tend to write what we want, and we tend to bore people to death. Nothing proves that more than the Kindle page reading statistics. Take 50 Shades of Grey, a pretty steamy novel, they say. It was popular. But do you know that, on average, people read only 25.9% of it before they get bored or whatever and quit reading? Even a classic like The Great Gatsby doesn't get people turning pages these days. On average, people quit reading after they completed only 28.3% of it. So, people get bored quickly. Here's how to stop being boring. No matter what you're writing, book, blog post, or school or business report, you must instantly hook the reader. The minds of people are under attack by 1,000 distractions. Your job as a writer is to hook them like a fish. How? Well, with an odd statement, maybe some fact, or something that intrigues them, a joke or a statistic, or something alarming. After you have finished writing your book, go back to the first paragraph of each chapter. Sharpen that hook. Do everything you can to get your reader fish to bite. The next thing you do is to reel them in. You do that when you control your pacing. In both fiction and nonfiction, people want progress. They don't want lulls. Fiction writers, for example, often put their story into immediate slow motion by describing a character in depth for pages, or the weather, or a building, or landscape. That's boring. Reveal character attributes and scenic elements as part of the story. Integrate them into the emotional or physical action. Nonfiction writers stay interesting by breaking their content into bite-sized chunks. Readers must be able to look ahead on pages and see helpful headings and subheadings that continue to reel them in. In nonfiction, you shouldn't write more than about 350 words without a heading or subheading to keep from being boring. In nonfiction, you always want to tease readers in your chapter summary. Give them a reason to start reading the next chapter, where you hook them again in the first paragraph. Your goal as a writer is to keep people turning those pages. You want to do that by the interesting characters you create, the plot, and in nonfiction, the process, and the way you put sentences together. You want to get inside the mind of your reader and make sure they keep wondering what happens next in both fiction and nonfiction. That's how you avoid being a boring writer. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it helps you on your writing journey, no matter what kind of writing you're doing. For bonus goodies, check out the description for this video on YouTube. Get great information by subscribing to my channel. Also, click on the bell to get notifications. I'll see you soon.